God damn it, I've been trying to find a way to kill 3 hours for ages now! Some might argue that it's stupid to dream of killing a passage of time, but it's been my dream ever since I was a kid to pull it off. Looks like I've got no other choice. I think it's time to turn to war crimes.
Alexa, search for how to put a man out of his misery. I didn't even need to let her finish. The answer is the Game Awards. The awards/reveal/advertising event known as the Game Awards is usually a topic of heated discussion in the gaming industry, and I'm known in the gaming industry for being a renowned liar because I think about 2 people on the internet care about this thing. In my personal opinion, the awards presented here mean fuck all. The Game of the Year one is nice, at least it tries to give a definitive answer to an entirely subjective question, but there are a lot of awards here, and 90% are pointless! Most people are only here to see the game reveals anyways, and as much as Jeff Keighley can try, the Game Awards gets the scraps. E3 is where it's at, no matter what. Major publishers try and reveal their big hitters in their own live streams or at E3 events. So, what happens when there's no E3?
Quite a lot. Thanks to a widespread dyspraxia outbreak, E3 2022 was cancelled in both digital and physical forms. Nintendo forgot what the words Nintendo Direct June 2022 and colonoscopy meant. Xbox actually did do something, and PlayStation were kind of already good for 2022, so they didn't really have to do anything. So with Summer Games Fest being Summer Games Fest, it was up to Jeff Keighley to pick up the ball after dropping the ball earlier that year. Where will I be during all this? Why, in the background, of course, ready to deliver a funny quip or noise at every notable event. So, without further ado, let's start the Game Awards 2022. Oh my god, there's controversy already.
The Game Awards has a category called Player's Voice, where you, the player, can vote in one specific game to win not the Game of the Year award, that's for sure. In the third and final round, 2 clear frontrunners emerged, Sonic Frontiers and Genshin Impact. Sonic Frontiers is a pretty good game, which makes it the best Sonic game to release in the last 30 years, so fans were clawing for some kind of representation at the Game Awards. Genshin Impact came out in 2020, which makes it the perfect candidate for the 2022 Game Awards.
We'll get him next year. Lego Batman 2 fans.
From what I can gather from carrier pigeon notes sent to my house, Genshin fans thought they would receive in-game currency if Genshin won the award, which was based on the previous times when Genshin had won an award and given out in-game currency. And definitely not based on the times Genshin had won an award and not given out free currency. Sonic fans just wanted Sonic to win something, and everyone wanted Sonic to defeat Genshin, so their fight got pretty bloody.
Did you know you can lose an eye over the internet?
Both sides were pretty quick to accuse the others of using bot votes. They both got extremely toxic over the internet, and I fell asleep at the words Player's Voice. It was always logical that Genshin, the game with a vastly bigger player base, was going to beat Sonic, and at the end of the day, it's a fucking Player's Choice Award. Does it really mean that much? No discredit to the games that win it. Actually, no, full discredit to the games that win it. I don't care about any of the awards presented here.
Yeah, maybe that does make me a bit evil, but to be honest with you, I don't care. The actual awards part of the Game Awards just never really matters to me. As far as I can tell, the development teams don't receive anything for winning any of these awards, not even Game of the Year. Unless you want to sell your trophy or piece of bread on eBay or something, then there's just nothing to receive other than a nice feeling here. To make a short story short, I don't really like the Game Awards, which is why I'm gonna watch it.
Much like the start of my rant, the Game Awards 2022 opens with an obnoxiously long and tedious intro that isn't the main event. Marvel Snap won Best Mobile Game of the Year? I skipped to the actual event.
Actually, wait, this is a good point. I despise pre-shows. More often than not, gaming events will post their starting date and time, let everyone tune in ready to watch the event, and then start playing something that feels like the event pocket edition. Literally. They were talking about phones in the pre-show.
I don't think I missed much. Dead Cells is getting Castlevania content. Doug Bowser accepted an award on HAL Laboratories' behalf. Please, for the love of God, let the developers accept the award next time. It may be relatively meaningless, but I think the people who worked on the game deserve it more than Bowser.
I mean, would you give an award to this guy? He's evil. Anyone who drives a go-kart is evil.
And after a maybe ever so slightly too long Street Fighter 6 world premiere, we're finally ready to start the actual main event. Jeff Keighley walks in with the tuxedo and white trainers combo. We can go ahead and dock the event 2 points just for that. Look at that, guys, everyone is here. White guy I don't know, white guy I know, white guy that I wouldn't recognise in a bar, but because he got introduced I know him, white woman that I don't know, and a homeless man walks on stage and screams about the teleprompter and announces that he doesn't play video games. Oh, that was Al Pacino. But our best performance winner is Christopher Judge! You know, Christopher Judge seems like such a nice guy. I just finished God of War 2018 and he was absolutely phenomenal. His performance alone made Kratos one of my favourite video game characters, and I can't wait to play Ragnarok to see more of him in this truly fantastic world.
I have to thank my mama.
Ah, shit, is he still going? It's fine, I think we can all wait.
Who's belief that I would amount to something.
Ah, fuck me, it's going on for a while, isn't he?
Yeah, let's just fast forward this bit and move on to our first reveal, which looks absolutely jaw-dropping animation-wise. And now it's officially jaw-dropping game-wise. The game is Hades 2!
As someone who hasn't played Hades would say, Hades was amazing, so Hades 2 is going to be great!
And we have a new game from the developers of Bioshock, Judas.
As someone who hasn't played Bioshock would say, Bioshock was amazing, so Judas is going to be great!
Straight into the next reveal, we have Bayonetta Origins, which seems to be taking the definition of change and absolutely running with it. It does look really interesting art-wise though. Every screen looks like a page in a storybook, and part of me really hopes this isn't just for the trailer. And we officially know why Christopher Judge took a century to finish his acceptance speech. He was absolutely begging for a Steam Deck.
Steam Deck. More like Steam Dick. I have all the portable gaming I need right here in my Nintendo Switch. Is this supposed to be this hot from startup?
Keely lists off a number of items I can own for games I don't play, promises the thing from earlier will be back. I really hope he meant in my dreams and not in real life. I never want to see that thing ever again. This Nintendo Switch ad reminded me of a better event. The Callisto Protocol is certainly a game, and today I learned there will be a VR Ghostbusters coming out in 2023. I will be sure to avoid that. Next up, we have a live performance of a song from God of War Ragnarok, and God, I really do hate to suck this game's cock, but this moment made me switch the presentation back to normal speed to just listen to the music.
Okay, no judgment please. This thing is like 3.5 hours long and I've got places to be.
The soundtrack is probably one of my favourite parts of God of War next to every other aspect of making a game. Great performance, can't wait for Ragnarok, please for the love of God let me play Ragnarok. I'm like a dehydrated man in the desert waiting to receive this game. And straight back down to earth with this segment involving a movie. Nice one. The next major reveal is Kevin Conroy voicing Batman in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now unfortunately a posthumous role after he passed away in November. While I do kind of wish reveals like this were kept a secret for the game, I also completely understand why Rocksteady chose to reveal this here, and it's very nice to hear Kevin voice Batman one last time. A very touching tribute from the Game Awards fair. I wonder what's next. How is it Among Us again? Okay, we are definitely balls deep into what I like to call announcement purgatory here. Events like this have an innate desire to completely eat at our time. They need to stick around to be considered memorable, because God forbid I can receive all of the game's announcements here within 30 minutes.
IGN can do it in 9.
So, to fill time between one announcement and the next, we'll start watching stuff like the Game Awards class of... Class? There's a Game Awards score? What the f***? Why is he dancing? He's got moves, but why is he dancing? Oh, and The Last of Us Part 1 on PC got a release date. The fact that we're stretching to announce release dates for ports of games that came out 2 months ago tells you everything you need to know about announcement purgatory. But hey, at least we're getting a new award. Best Video Game Adaptation. You know, if awards can do one thing, it can at least remind me of all the good video game content we've got this year. Like, look, so many good video game adaptations came out this year. These are all fantastic, and never mind.
Whatever, Sonic 2 got robbed. Let's speed this up a little.
And wow, what the f***? Cal's actor looks exactly like the in-game model to the point where it's creepy. Are we sure we're not just using live-action clips for this game? Oh wow, a new game from the creators of Celeste. Okay, fine. I'll listen to my internal voice and play Celeste now. A new MMO based on Dune that totally wasn't greenlit because of the movie, and a PlayStation demo of Forspoken. I checked Twitter after the event and found out that it can dip to 720p in performance mode, and not to be that guy that cares a little too much about graphics and resolution, but 720p on PS5? Really? And now, our favourite walking simulator is finally back on our streams with Death Stranding 2. This baby gets absolutely f***ing wrecked, then regenerates, and then the trailer ends. And then the trailer ends. And then the trailer ends! I think Jeff Keighley is still trying to atone for his sins at the Game Awards 2015, because it feels like Kojima will always have some kind of big role to play in the Game Awards. Apparently he rewrote the game to not predict the future. Hopefully the original script had a part where I had a big stash of cash and a full shelf of games.
Sorry, it's just that these events can kind of drag sometimes. Wait, did they run through a Tekken 8 trailer and like 4 awards while I was asleep? This is the part of the award show where I started getting a little bit antsy. Because to be honest, a lot of the games we've been revealing just haven't been my thing. Not to say they're bad games by any means. In fact, I think it's been quite a good Game Awards. It's just I can't really say a lot about games I have no interest in. Like, look at this. Nightingale. It's a game where you use umbrellas?
Okay, that wraps up the third Xbox Game Pass trailer of the night, and anti-vaping ads. Okay, new rant incoming. Advertisements at these events. They've been quite tame this year, all things considered, but still. Glass Onion? Among Us, who I'm 99% sure paid for their spots this year, considering it appeared twice unprovoked. Samsung, who I'm 99% sure rolled the same Xbox ad twice this year. I get it, they have to pay the bills, but I'm here to laugh at awards and make this face whenever I see a good trailer, okay? Keep your murder mystery movies out of it!
Ugh, finally, a game for me!
The time has come!
Never mind, back to bed.
Wait, they're already doing DLC? Doesn't this game come out like next year? This game does come out next year. God, what is wrong with you, Nintendo? Straight into a full trailer for a live event, and then straight into a Grubhub ad, and then straight into a Google Play ad.
I feel completely overloaded. Let's just move on to the next trailer. Holy shit, Diablo 4?
I may have slightly overreacted for someone who's never played a Diablo game before, but it's just nice to see a game I'm at least a little interested in checking out make an appearance for the first time in... too long. Keely starts listing off some more quickfire award. Wait, Splatoon 3? Holy f***. Holy f***ing shit. Please win, please win, please win.
And the Game Award goes to Splatoon 3.
Yes! Holy shit, yes! Go f*** yourself, Overwatch!
Right, where were we? Ah, yeah, right, more Game Awards. Woo. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom receives the biggest cheer from the crowd and thus wins most anticipated game of 2022. Nice quick thinking from Keely there. Horizon Forbidden West is getting DLC based on Los Angeles. That'll be a lot of fun to play through when I'm done with the base game, which will be a lot of fun to play through when I'm done with the first game's DLC, which will be a lot of fun to play through when I'm done with the first game. Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us meet with Joel and Ellie from Last of Us to present the best action game of 2022. Bayonetta 3 wins and Doug Bowser is up to accept another award on Nintendo developers' behalves. Doug, I gotta say, please get the f*** off stage and invite Platinum themselves up to the awards. I hope to God this is a choice from the developers to stay at home because this just feels scummy. But hey, it's Bandai Namco up next revealing Blue Protocol. I love Bandai Namco games. Pac-Man. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U? Never mind, it's published by Amazon, let's pack it up people. Two more quick world premieres, Remnant 2, I had to look this game up to remember what the first one was, and Transformers Reactivate. This would be so cool if I like Transformers. I took a quick nap during the ad roll but nearly missed a Super Mario movie clip. Holy f***, I am excited for this movie.
Keegan-Michael Key is starting to weird me out with his Toad Hat rant. Is he okay? Does he need to lie down?
After that hopefully scripted ramble about Toad, we get a clip that is... actually pretty funny. Everything I see from this movie makes me feel even more excited. It really does feel like everything the kid version of me would have dreamt about in a Mario movie. My sleep paralysis demon is back to beg Kojima to make a new Metal Gear Solid. Honestly, not too far off a dream I had a while back. God of War Ragnarok wins best score. Not a surprise. They don't let Christopher Judge back on stage. Also not a surprise.
So, the Life is Strange devs are making an action RPG, and right after that they're showing a new Warhammer 40k game. I think that's a sign for me to step back for a little bit. For the Game Awards, this has had quite good pacing and variety, but that's by the Game Awards standards. Maybe award shows just aren't for me. Knowing I'm only here for trailers and nothing else makes everything other than a trailer just sort of feel like filler. Of course, I'm happy for the developers and everyone else receiving recognition for their work on games, even if I think the trophy itself is a little meaningless, but it just doesn't change the fact that I'm not entirely interested in awards. Let's just wrap this up quickly so I can finally figure out who's going to win Game of the Year. Is it Elden Ring? Is it God of War? I've been waiting 3 hours to find out. I'm f***ing lying to your faces. We all know it's Elden Ring.
Crash Bandicoot teased a return at the Game Awards, which came in the form of a 4v4 battle game called Crash Team Rumble. Should I have expected Crash 5? No, absolutely not. Crash 4 came out like 2 years ago. I'm perfectly fine with waiting longer. Did I expect Crash 5? God of War Ragnarok won the Innovation and Accessibility Award. I audibly said
That's cool.
when that was announced. I blacked out. These guys came on stage, spoke in weird accents, said this trailer was a little different than the others, played a trailer that was exactly like the others. I woke up from my coma and realised that in fact did happen and I wept. And now, finally, we're moving on to the business end of this show. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty has announced a story DLC. I haven't tried touching 2077 with a 10-foot pole since the... you know... But with the release of Edgerunners, this game has had quite a good recovery. Probably a case of the gaming community once again ridiculously hyping up a game and then being disappointed when it's an 8 out of 10. Oh, and the Q18 mysteriously disappearing before the game's release might have had something to do with it too. And Bandai Namco's back for one last ride, pairing up with From Software to reveal Armored Core 6.
And as someone who hasn't played Armored Core would say, this one actually looks pretty interesting. I'll definitely have to check it out. With From Software developing, plus the hype I've seen for this series, it looks really good. Oh, and Hades was amazing, so Hades 2 is going to be great.
A quick trailer for the Mario movie.
Yes!
And some Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. And it's finally time to watch Elden Ring win Game of the Year. I mean, come on, it was pretty obvious who was going to win. Critically acclaimed Soulsborne game releases about a quarter of the way into the year. Its main strong competition released like 2 minutes before the Game Awards. Elden Ring quite obviously walked into the Game of the Year. Just before they announce it, we get a really cool medley for the soundtrack of all the nominees this year, which sounds super nice. Especially with this flute guy just absolutely going ham. Look at this guy go! Not ashamed to say I got a genuine shiver down my spine when they started playing God of War Ragnarok music.
It's on the Christmas list. Santa, do your thing. Please. Please. And finally, after half an hour of content and 3 hours of we finally know the Game of the Year winner is Elden Ring. Or is it? Because the From Software developers weren't the only ones up on stage in that moment. Oh, no. And it wasn't Doug Bowser either, thank God. Someone managed to sneak on stage and completely flip the script. This award wasn't given to Elden Ring or God of War Ragnarok or any game at all. The true winner of Game of the Year 2022 is none other than my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap humour, so what, I find it funny. Some kid snuck his way onto the stage, stood there while the developers gave their speech, and jumped in at the last possible minute to give the award to Bill Clinton. Bill f***ing Clinton. US President Bill Clinton. Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Gaming in the Clinton years Bill Clinton. I don't care what anyone says, this is probably the best Game Awards moment in the last 9 years because it's the only one I've actually laughed at.
Didn't make it a great show though. I've kind of already dumped my thoughts, so I'll try and round them up here. The Game Awards isn't my thing personally, but it's a great way for developers, artists, and everyone else involved in games to receive some recognition for their work. Yes, the award may have no value in my eyes, but to the devs, receiving some kind of recognition on the awesome work they put into games must feel amazing. As long as they're being paid alongside it, because that's a weird theme of not happening in this industry. But, if nothing else, the Game Awards was an effective way to kill time. I wonder just how far I can take this killing machine. Well, I just ended all of time. Do you think if I say it was an accident will let me off the hook?